After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Pass the 60,
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Ready.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Buffalo 18. Catch. 18, Pioneer.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. When you're on your own run, you're running like they were. Oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They run the counter. Nixon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Ball rests on the 7-yard line, 3rd and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Right there, hurt.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. So they opted to run the ball there on 3rd down on their side of the field.
I wonder if that was a called play, or did he check into it? And if he did, that took a lot of guts because on his own side of the field, an obvious passing down, decides to run the football, and they pick up the first down. Give that man a ton of credit.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check contact.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Warriors 70. Big Lion. Big alert. 19 tight.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey!
Up the middle they go. Nixon trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready!
On 3rd down, Nixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Tyson Campbell up to make the stop. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. 2nd down at 7.
Street.
They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Check pass.
On the counter, it's Hall. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 62 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now a handoff up the middle. Nixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here we go. Reno. Hey, pass. Ready.
On second down, Nixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
McPherson is set to kick off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hurt. 70 Rangers. Go, Reed, go.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Hey, smash circle! Panther 11, Panther 11, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Trap 50, trap 50. Pat the street, pat the street.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trayvon Walker. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on him and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
60 bucks, yeah, 60 bucks. Big Lion.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll go with a kick. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Eagles have recovered.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. There he goes left side. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. 52 yards. And the Cards are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable in the final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Eagles are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Here we go.
2nd and 2. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Ready? Head the street, head the street.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Here we go, check. Go check, go check.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On first down, Nixon. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down now, Nixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Going for the deep ball. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.